highlights from the Gauteng Future Champions tournament right there in South Africa. And in the words of the commentator, thoroughly entertaining game. Nigeria's MPFL Under-17 All-Star team. So much promise when talking about our talents in Nigeria. So let's see what will come out of this one. I want to just watch and see ways that we can, learn one or two things in terms of putting together a team. And remember, the team is being handled by ex-international Austin Eguavoen. When you talk about this one, but let's just touch base with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Okay, let's stay with this one. Defeated Torino
3-0. Well, good one. Some months ago when the Nigeria Professional Football League and the managers of the league, I'm talking about the league management company, actually came out to say that there's going to be an under-17 competition, an under-17 MPFL. A lot of people felt that it's going to be like and all that, but somehow they got young boys that are through under-17 and they went to this future championship. And hey, you need to see the way they play together. This guy is young. I mean, just look at him. This guy is just under 17, and that is just what is happening right here. And the beat Torino. You could say that it's their age mate, and of course the fact that Nigeria is usually winning on the 17 championship. But these are guys that were just picked. They did not even have a whole lot of time to train.
The league. And then some will argue that do we really have under 17s in the league?
Yes, we do. We do have under 17s in the league.
Everywhere, and then they're playing good football at the moment, and there might just be a greater window of opportunity for them featuring at this competition.
Yes, certainly, and of course, this will give birth to that dream of having an under-17 championship, for each club in the Nigeria Professional Football League. I think this is a good one. We must give kudos to the league management company and, of course, to the Nigeria Football Federation for the support that they are giving the league. And, just see how, as much as possible, how this can actually impart into them technically. Because one of the things that we talk about, or one of the reasons for the people saying, or pundits saying that players in the Nigeria Professional Football League do not particularly get their chance in the Super Eagles because they are not particularly as technical or technically gifted enough as their European counterpart to be in the team. And that is something that is painful. So this will actually help them to get better technically and probably tactically.
That's right. I was particularly impressed with the movements of the ball. Positioning was also good. Okay, that's it for the Future Champions Cup tournament in Gauteng. Let's go to London. Training camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria gets ready for that friendly game against Senegal on Thursday. Full house, if you can see. Just got confirmation. 17 players, but 16 took part in training because Victor Moses was excused. And if you look at it, this team bonding, good team spirit means these guys, they understand that they're coming to play together as a team.
Yes, certainly. I mean, ever since Ganajoy got there, it's as if this lost love that wasn't in the Super Eagles just returned. I mean, the bonding between the players. Of course, I was looking at Leon Balogun's tweets this yesterday, and you need to see all of his tweets. Bringing in the new players. I'm talking about the Wazim, and of course relating with him. Taking pictures together, welcoming him to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Not just him, all of the other players as well. You need to see the love there, and that's something that actually works. I mean, Carl just said it. The fact that there's this relationship between them, and of course, they were laughing, they were playing, but when it came to the work, they worked. Business is business. They did everything, and of course, they were doing all their business there. But then the fact still remains that they're still missing out on some players. What's the name of this South African based goalkeeper? He was not able. As at this morning, I do not know if it changed.
Visa.
Okay, finally.
Already has visa.
Finally, so they should be able to meet up with them by tomorrow morning, because it's really going to be very sad if we just have one goalkeeper. But as at this morning, they weren't even having visas, and there were some sort of talk of if they will be able to meet up with the team in London. And maybe this is one of the reasons for the coach to invite just European-based players to meet up in London because of this. But that is not an excuse. What I'm trying to say is that against Senegal on Thursday is really going to be a very difficult one. Right. I'd like to see the kind of way that they play. I'd like to see the new guys play as well. I'd like to see the Portugal guy, Chidozie, trying as much as possible to see what they will do. And of course, course,
yeah,
so exactly.
We'd like to see what they can do.
We like to see what they can do as well. See how they can be able to, play against a star-studded Senegalese side as well. Yeah. Many of their players actually went to the African Cup of Nations, so let's see what they're going to do. Yes, of course, a whole lot of Nigerians want to see that they win or something, but I want to see that team bonding. I want to see how they play, how they, kind of relay the coach's tactics on the pitch. So right. I like to see that, and then, probably for me, even if we do not win, even if we get a draw, I just want to see positive football, right. And let's take it to South Africa when we play for the African Cup of Nations qualifiers.
That's what Cosmos wants. That's his approach to the game. He wants the players to, take it calmly, listen to the coach, and interpret whatever he has said to them on the field of play. What sort of approach do you think the Super Eagles should give this friendly game against Senegal on Thursday? We want you to talk to us. We want to know the approach. It's a friendly game, but I know Nigerian football fans, when their team is fighting out, they just want them to win. So we want to know the approach you want Coach Ganatro and his team to take that game on Friday. Or Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels-sports. So much to talk about. It's an action-packed sort of sports. Nigerians are still mourning and asking questions. If the Nigerian Professional Football League is as good as we say it is, how come Rivers United and Enugu Rangers couldn't go? Oh my God. But in the CAF Champions League is even more work. And I want to get you talking Zesco United against Enugu Rangers.
Wow. Zesco United against Enugu Rangers. Zesco United is a very, very experienced team when it comes to the CAF Confederations Cup. What am I talking about? When it comes to CAF competition, CAF club competition, Enugu Rangers, when was the last time they were even in a CAF competition? Probably maybe that was what happened to them against Zamalek, maybe because of the inexperience and all that. So for me, Zesco, let's see what happens. Is a kind of a qualifier to the preliminaries. Of course, Rivers United will be playing against Rwandan side Ryan Sports as well. Ryan Sports are actually on top of the Rwandan league, and of course, they're leading with a whole lot of points. I was speaking with the media officer of Rivers United today. I'm talking about Samuel Vujaya, and of course, he told me about Rayon Sports. But then I feel that Rivers United can be able to learn. I mean, before that game against El Al Merrikh in Sudan, they had not considered any goal in the competition. Maybe they could just take a cue from me and, try as much as possible to pull the chestnut out of the fire.
CAF Confederation Cup round of 32 fixtures right there. Last 32 draw. Enugu Rangers of Nigeria will be taking on Zesco United, and then Rivers United will take on Rayon Sports. And just when you want to start saying, oh, this is an easy one, this is
it's not easy.
Low, just take it easy and just wait till after 90 minutes of football. Rivers United, our fans are still wondering, how can they blow a 3-0 goal lead in the first leg and then go to Sudan and not to Samuel Virginia is the media officer of Rivers United. Joins us now live on the program. Good evening, Sammy. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Austin. I'm sorry I didn't come for the wedding, but your presence is still with me.
It's okay. Thank you, Sammy. It's good you sound recovered, so I know that all is well now. But Sammy, what a disappointing story. We've not heard really much from the camp of Rivers United. What happened?
We were beaten, well beaten. It hurts me to say it, but then it is what it is. I think the atmosphere affected the players. We, as Rivers United Football Club of Nigeria, we have never played in such conditions before. There were 70,000 fans there at the Al Merrikh Stadium in Omdurman, and it was something else. It was pretty much like the 12th man. These fans were not just there watching the game. They were singing, they were dancing. Mexican waves were going up all over the place. There were flares being lit in the stands. And in the first half of that game, I mentioned this somewhere on radio today. I've never seen Rivers United play as badly as they did. We couldn't string 3 passes together. We couldn't get past the halfway line. In that first 45 minutes, we couldn't muster a shot on target. I really don't know why it happened. I'm not going to say, I'm the media officer of Rivers United and I'm going to sound politically correct. We did not play well. We did not deserve to qualify based on what we did on that day. And I want to use this medium to apologize to Nigerians, for that failure, because it is what it is. Very few Nigerians expected us not to qualify. I mean, we did well in the first leg, won by 3-0, but in that second half, we just didn't turn up. We're apologizing to Nigerians and saying to them, we put our hands up. We don't want to make any excuses. Now we have a second bite at the cherry. We will play in the playoff round of the CAF Confederation Cup, and no Nigerian club has ever won this competition before. We've learned from the mistakes that we made in the CAF Champions League, and hopefully we'll make Nigerians proud by the time the Confederation Cup in 2017 comes to an end, Austin.
Hold up, Sammy, before you start giving us assurances. Relax. Nigerians are still asking questions because they really want to understand. I know Rivers United prepared very well. They had a good season in the last MPFL season. Was it lack of experience that worried the team?
Good point you raised, Austin, because in the Nigeria Professional Football League this season, Rivers United have got the best defense in the league. And since Rivers United came into existence on the 19th of February last year, we have only lost 2 matches by more than a 1-goal margin. And those 2 games were played last season. The first one was in Nnewi against SC Fanyoba. We lost by 2-0. And the second one was that game in September last year when we were annihilated, torn to pieces by the eventual champions of the MPFL, Enugu Rangers, by 4-0 at the Cathedral. That's the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, Enugu. Apart from those 2 matches, we've played over 40 matches, and we've lost just 2 by a single-goal margin. Best defense in the league. So, Austin, you're right. It beggars belief. How could the club capitulate as badly as we did in Sudan? And like I said, I'm still struggling to come to terms with why exactly that happened, because looking at our defense, centre half, Ayobami Ashekun, the captain Festus Austin, the guys who play at the flanks, Maxine Ojobo and Zumana Dumbia, these guys are not exactly inexperienced. I mean, they are dyed in the wool campaigners. Maxine Ojobo played in the Champions League severally with Enyimba International. Zumana Dumbia is not a Nigerian. He's an international player. He's got bags of experience. Festus Austin is a captain, one of the most experienced players in the team, the most experienced defender in the team. Ashekun, I mean, he played for Dolphins in the past. He's played in the CAF Champions League. So I wouldn't say inexperienced, but I think the atmosphere that day was something else. It was pretty much a unique one-off, and maybe that got to them. I wouldn't say inexperienced, but I'll say on that particular day, most of the players struggled to come to terms with the atmosphere that they found themselves in on the day, Austin.
Let's just do this one briefly before we let you go. You know, when this type of things happen, we start hearing also, Coach Stanley Aguma, does he have the support of the management of Rivers United?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sammy Virginia, for talking to us on the program. We truly appreciate your time.